Well, hello, Pepper Crew. We are here tonight with another show called The Lineup. We have Kingsley whining in the background, but he's okay. He's going to be all right. I've got my Pepper Crew mate here, Jonathan, and we have a special guest tonight. He's also a member of the Pepper Crew, part of the family. His name is Scott, but he's been away at college. He's home for the holidays, and he said, Dad, I really want to try the lineup. So we're going to go ahead and hit the lineup. This is the lineup as it's seen on Hot Ones, just to give them a shout out. I really like the format, so we're just going to borrow it for this show for tonight. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with the garlic Fresno. Okay. The classic garlic Fresno. And this one comes in at 1,700 Scoville units.
I thought it was 1,400.
Nope. 1,700.
Heat it up a little bit.
So
About
make sure you pass it over to hot sauce over here whenever you're done loading it up.
Load up the beans.
So what's this compared to, like?
This would be compared to like a Crystal hot sauce.
Okay.
About the same. Yeah. Crystal comes in at about 1,400. Right. This is 1,700. You ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, let's go.
Good.
So, Scott, you stated that you avoid spicy foods.
Yeah.
You avoid spicy foods.
Yeah.
What is it about this challenge that drove you to try this?
The fact that I've kind of been testing other things and seeing what I can and can't do. Like, I don't watch horror movies, but I can read them. So I've been starting to watch some horror movies, so I figured let's try some hot sauce. This one's definitely interesting. It's got that bite right where it hits your tongue and whatnot, and it just kind of lingers there, but that's about it.
Yeah.
It's not bad, right?
No, it's not, actually.
It's really not. That one's actually a really good flavor sense. This one is also tends to be a favorite. Mm-hmm. This is the Dawson's Shawarma sauce. This one comes in at 4,200 Scoville.
Yeah.
It doesn't like to cooperate.
Yeah, it's a really thick sauce.
Oh yeah. It's a lot thicker than say the classic.
Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Let's do it.
Every time I try it, I get a different taste.
So you're a freshman in college.
Yeah.
What, in your opinion, is the hardest part of transitioning from high school to university?
Probably the more college is more focused on you having more responsibility than the teachers telling you, hey, this is due this and this week. All my professors, they just mentioned it kind of just once and it was done. You just kind of had to figure it out yourself after that when it was due. So that's probably the most challenging thing to get through. Other than that, it's pretty much like a typical high school almost. Drama and everything.
You even got the drama, huh?
Yeah, you got the drama.
Good thing about college is you should be able to avoid the drama. It's not like you have to hang around with the people that are causing the drama.
No.
All right, so next up.
Oh, I hate this pulpy sauce.
This is Shaquanda's West Indian curry sauce. By the way, if this ever gets too hot for you, you can feel free to tap out.
He's made it too far now, man.
Actually, it's not that bad. So it's manageable.
Shaquanda's comes in at 14,000 Scoville. So we are ramping up. We are above 10,000 now.
Yeah.
This one's got an interesting flavor to it. You can taste different things in it. Just like, I really like that shawarma sauce.
I need the cat.
Here's your cat.
Yeah.
All right, y'all ready?
I'm going to cap this up first.
3, 2, 1.
Bottoms up. Oh, I hate pork.
Mm-mm.
Don't like that one, huh?
No, I do not like that one's taste.
It's good. It's just stupid.
So, while you were in high school, you actually pushed for and started a chess club.
Mm-hmm.
What is a common trap that beginning players get into in a game of chess?
So really, really new people, they will. There's two techniques called Scholar's Mate and Fool's Mate, and they're about the quickest moves you can do to get a checkmate, which is you winning the game. Fool's Mate is basically you just have the enemy moves themselves into that checkmate position. And in Scholar's Mate, you have to do a little bit more, and you can kind of trap them into that and a lot of forks. So when you're threatening two pieces at once, that's a fork. So a lot of new players fall into that one.
I gotcha. That's a pretty cool lesson. Something I didn't know.
Yeah.
By the way, we don't have a clown in the background. That's the dog playing with the squeak toy. So bear along.
Just
Don't worry. There's not going to be a clown popping up in this video unless it's one of these two.
Wow.
Next up is the Goat Rider hot sauce, coming in at 43,500 Scoville.
Fair warning, don't dust.
Yeah, this one comes out fairly quick.
Mm.
So
Yeah, the other ones are kind of lingering, but it's more like
It's bearable.
now it's kind of like having a lot of pepper on something. So
this one's going to be kind of a sweeter sauce. It's more of
it's more like barbecue.
a barbecue type feel to it for sure.
Yeah, it has that barbecue look to it.
Ha ha ha, I've beaten Goat Rider. I've beaten you. Alright.
All right, y'all ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1.
Barbecue.
Yeah.
This one's kind of grown on me. I really did not like it the first time I tried it.
It's got a kind of a Sweet Baby Ray's kind of taste, but ooh,
Caught you
that
off
taste.
guard, huh?
It's a lot hotter than what you're ever used to. So hang in there.
Yeah, definitely the tip of my tongue is burning. Definitely.
Last time we didn't have
So
milk.
And you can feel free to use some of your milk whenever you need to. As someone who has an eccentric taste in gaming, you really kind of get some out of their games sometimes when you mention them. What is one video game that you enjoy playing that most have never heard of?
ooh, most have never heard of.
You like my deep cuts here, huh?
Ooh, probably the more grand strategy titles. One of them's the series is called Total War. And it's made by Sega and Creative Assembly. And they're actually renowned. That series is more renowned for its historical titles, like the American Revolution, the Crusades, Roman times, the Great Schism of Rome. So when the Catholic Church split into the East and West, the Huns, stuff like that. They have 2 fantasy titles, and that's it. Other than that, it's based in reality. And I like that more than the Civilization and Hearts of Iron games, which are in kind of the same boat as Total War, but Total War does it differently in that you manage the armies individually. So you take personal command of them, so you could basically reenact the Battle of Thermopylae and from 300 if you wanted to.
I thought it was Thermopylae.
No, it's Thermopylae. Or the Hot Gates, whichever one you want to go for.
All right. Awesome.
Didn't
Good
know
stuff.
that.
Next up, we got the Los Calientes Rojo.
No, it's rojo.
Rojo! Coming in at 49,000 Scoville.
Mm-hmm.
just slightly hotter than the last one, but I think you're gonna
enjoy this one.
enjoy this one. This one's a good one. I really want to put this on tacos.
Really?
It's that good.
Yeah.
You will love it. But everybody has different tastes. You know? Your own.
Hang in there.
Yeah. It's
getting a little hot, huh?
It's in the beginning part, the tip of a mouth. It's not in the back part yet.
Yeah.
So, but it's starting to slowly get there.
That means it's getting hot when I burp.
Well, it's hot for all of us.
When I burp like that.
But so far, it's actually not that bad.
Okay, y'all ready?
Ooh.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go. I mean, it almost tastes like Taco Bell. Like, I really want it on a taco.
It tastes different every time.
I'm not a huge fan of that one.
Mm-hmm.
It tastes different.
I'm more like the classic for the taste. So,
What is your current favorite anime series?
ooh, it changes on the daily. Sometimes. It would probably be that time I got reincarnated as a slime or Overlord. They are both anime shows that fall under the genre of isekai, which basically just translates to in another world. A lot of shows are like that. What the stereotype for them is that it's usually an overpowered main character. In both of them, in Overlord, it's a level 100 wizard who is a lich, and he is a necromancer, and so the show is about him kind of taking someone over the world with him, trying to actually find other players from his game. In that time I got reincarnated as a slime, it's about a guy who got stabbed by accident and got brought back as a slime, and it's him going through the world just trying not to die, honestly.
All right.
So,
Two
yeah.
weird shows.
Two very odd shows, but
Yeah, they're definitely not mainstream, but they're getting there.
there you go.
They're getting
There
there.
you go.
Now, we move on to Heart.
To Heartbeat, this is the Scorpion hot sauce from Heartbeat. And I've become a fan of Heartbeat hot sauces. We did a review of the Hot One subscription box. Had Poirier's Louisiana style hot sauce in
Starting to
it.
bubble a little bit.
It is bubbling.
It's so hot that it's
Bubbling
bubbling.
goodness.
It's so hot it's bubbling.
This is the Scorpion sauce. This one comes in at 66,000 Scoville units.
All right.
All right. Y'all ready?
Mm-hmm.
3, 2, 1.
Arms up.
That one's got more of a Tabasco taste, honestly, to me.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it reminds me of.
It's taking me a little bit more to chew this piece up. So, as an avid fan of Dungeons and Dragons, which do you prefer being, the player or the dungeon master, and why?
Honestly, both have their pros and cons. The Dungeon Master obviously is the one that runs the game, and to do that, you need to keep track of a lot of things. Not only do you need to keep track of where your players are and where the enemies are, but you have to keep track of their health, the roll that they have to, the number that they have to beat to hit the person. You also have to think about things that the players will do. So instead, they won't always go for what you want them to do. Whereas in a player, sometimes you're not going to know what's going to happen every time. I prefer doing the player because I'm more consistent doing that than I am as a DM. I'm not quite consistent with being a DM.
Which is short for
Dungeon Master.
So this,
clarify. It does.
So you definitely prefer being a player over.
Definitely, I can express somewhat of my creativity on that.
So this is Hellfire Detroit Bourbon Habanero Ghost Sauce. Comes in at 89,000 Scoville.
Hmm.
And as soon as Jonathan's ready, we're going to dive in on this bad boy.
All right.
Starting getting little sniffles. All
I
right.
burped around Los Calientes. And that means it's getting hot.
3, 2, 1.
Ugh,
Yeah.
it's pulpy. Whew. You got in the back of my throat.
So, what drives your passion for Dungeons and Dragons?
Honestly, the story. Honestly, you can create these grand, sweeping stories with your characters, and that's all Dungeons and Dragons really is creating a story. The Dungeon Master is basically the narrator, and you, the players, are the characters in the story. That's all it is. You can go to facing gods and demons to defeating vampires and hordes of zombies. There's an infinite wealth of possibilities in Dungeons and Dragons. So the story is definitely what I like about it.
Wait, can you defeat dragons?
Yes, you can.
And I think it's interesting that, unlike video games where certain outcomes are certain, you're never really certain of outcomes in this game, right? It's always
No, it's
And you can't look it up either.
a piece of plastic or metal determines the outcome. That's the randomness of D&D right there. They call it RNG.
There you go.
I spilled my milk.
All right. Now we're going to take a significant step up here. This is the Bomb Evolution.
All right.
I hate
No.
this one.
This one is definitely not like the one on the show, but it is still a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah.
We're not sure of the Scoville on it.
Mhm.
We do know that it's less than this, and it was more than the Habanero
The
Bourbon.
Hellfire.
So it has to be in between.
Yeah, some have rated it around 500,000 Scoville, so and we're going from 89 to around 500,000. So it's a significant ramp up, just preparing you. Even
Yeah.
if you want to go a little bit light on it, that's okay.
I go
This is
light on all of them, especially classic.
This is a no judgment zone. This one kind of gets me too.
Yeah.
So
Don't get it into the back of your throat.
3, 2, 1. Describe your current favorite created character in D&D.
Oh.
Oh man. My favorite created character.
Let's go for the highest levels.
That would have to be.
You were feeling brave there at first, huh? And then
Oh,
it starts to
I
pick
felt
up.
the snot. Oh boy. It's kind of a tie between my pirate warlock and my soldier barbarian right now.
I'm about to go get
The story behind my pirate warlock is that he stole a battleship from an enemy nation.
It's getting hot.
He went to sleep, and the crew that he stole it with stole it from him. He met up with the current party and stole that ship back from them.
I'm about to go get some more milk.
And the soldier barbarian, where he comes from in the D&D world, is his race is called Goliath. They're about 8 feet tall, hunking things. And their whole culture revolves around beating their own records. So that's their whole culture. So he's out to prove himself in the world.
I'm gonna go get some more milk.
All right, knock yourself out. Don't knock it over the camera. So this is the Chipotle Express done by Puckerbutt. Egg curry.
Oh,
669,000 Scoville units. So we're going to go ahead and give this one a shot.
oh no.
Now that
Oh,
y'all reloaded on milk. 3, 2, 1.
Or sneak it out.
As a passionate advocate of autism awareness and being on the spectrum yourself, what do you think people misunderstand most about autism?
The fact that all autism is the same, and that most people, when I say autism, probably the first thing that comes to their mind is the kid in the corner rocking himself and the introvert. While that is a type of autism, that's not all the autism. Autism kind of falls a little bit below savant syndrome, which is being really good at one thing and terrible at everything else. It's kind of like that, but it affects different parts of our lives. Mine, for example, it affects me socially, and I don't understand subtle sarcasm. I can get blatant sarcasm, but not subtle. So that's where mine kind of comes in.
I gotcha.
We are on to the final sauce. Dramatic.
Give it the Sean Evans shake. We are on to the last dab. We have come to the pinnacle. It is time.
I saved a flat for this.
I have a round.
Good job.
Play around with me for right now.
If you don't, if you want to put a little extra on there, you can. If you don't, that's fine.
As is customary, to put a little extra on the last one.
Well, the good news is we don't toss the wings on this stuff. We just pour it on ourselves.
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
Ooh.
Back up, Terry. Back up, Terry.
Ooh.
So the last dab Apollo is currently the hottest last dab they've ever done. There's no set Scoville on it.
Oh.
Yeah.
We know it's probably over 2 million.
Right.
It's pretty much straight up
Oh.
Apollo pepper mash
Mm.
with a little bit of vinegar mixed in. So without further ado, let's rock it out. You ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Mm. Can you taste the death?
I tasted lemon.
Okay. You can taste that pepper in there too, huh?
Oh yeah, it all tastes like pepper to me now.
So, as someone who's overcome so much being on the spectrum, what advice would you give those younger than yourself overcoming obstacles in their life?
My biggest thing is with mental health disorders and anything, an obstacle, you can either choose to let it define your life or you could choose to overcome it. Like my autism, I could have let it define my life and say, look, I can't do this because of that, but I don't. I continually push the boundary and show that, hey, just because I have this mental illness does not mean I cannot do the same things you all can.
Okay. I'll tell you what. Hats off to you. I want to first of all tell you that you're one of my heroes because you have overcome a lot in your life. And I will always cherish that about you and look up to you for that. You've gone checkmate. You have rolled a nat 20. In fact, you rolled 2 nat 20s in a row.
Whew.
You finished the lineup. If you had to pick a sauce, which one was your favorite? And which one was your least favorite? Which would they be?
My most favorite was probably the classic. As would be as it sounds.
That's okay. That's a good sauce.
Just because of the flavor.
Probably from the one that had like the barbecue-ish one. So probably the third one.
Throat Rider.
It reminds me of Sweet Baby Ray's, but a worse version of it, as if they didn't get it quite right. So they all kind of had that taste to me after that one, that bad kind of tinge to it, but that one kind of stood out to me.
You thought the Apollo tasted okay?
Oh, I tasted actually lemon on it, so it's not that bad. I'm honestly not. The heat I'm feeling more in the midsection of my mouth, on the top, on the roof of my mouth, and then the bottom of my mouth. So,
Good deal. Well, that's going to wrap it up for another episode of the lineup. I'd like to thank my crewmate Jonathan for hanging in there. I'd like to thank my other crewmate coming in to visit, hanging in there, answering the gauntlet of questions, throwing those nat 20s and just knocking them out of the park.
Ooh, I burped some fire.
I want to let y'all know, if y'all have hung in this long, still watching, make sure you like, share, subscribe. We love you very much. We'll see you again next time. And laissez le bon temps rouler.